Now, let us begin our class with Brahmanad. Om. Om. Shanti. 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 Swastha. Good morning, children. In our today's class, we will go through a poem, To My True Friend, by Elizabeth Pinard. Elizabeth Pinard was born in United Kingdom. Usually, Elizabeth Pinard writes on scientific fictions. At the same time, he also writes about the fantasies, that means the imaginations. Here in this title of the poem, To My True Friend, what does the title of the poem signify? The title of the poem, To My True Friend, signifies about the poet's best friend. And here in this poem, the poet Elizabeth Pinard lavishly appreciates or praises her friend in a great measure and cares for or cherishes her memories. Here the poet Elizabeth Pinard is in feminine gender. Clear? There is a proverb in English, and you know what is that proverb? The proverb is, a friend in need is a friend indeed. All can't be our true friends. How do we find or how do we know about the true friend? The friend who stands by our side at the time of our need is known as the true friend. We make many friends every day, but all can't be true friends. True friends are very rare. Mostly, what do we find? We find friends, hello, hi friends, because they have some selfish motives to achieve, and the moment they achieve what they want from us, they simply cut their relationship, their friendship with us. They are called self-centered people. Self-centered people can't be good friends, can't be true friends. In fact, true friends are God gifted. Here it is said, we meet our true friend only once in a lifetime. And the greatest gift is not found in a supermarket. The greatest gift is not found in a mall. But the greatest gift is found in the heart of a true friend. In the hearts of a true friend. So what does a friendship mean? A friendship is a relationship, and remember, friendship is a relationship between two persons. Friendship is a relationship between two persons who hold mutual love and affection for each other. There must be mutual love and affection for each other. And the friends who hold mutual love and affection for each other are known as the true friends. So, what have you understood? Friendship is a relationship between two persons who hold mutual affection for each other. The value of friendship is often the result of friends consistently demonstrating or displaying the desire to do what is good for others or what is the best for others, showing mutual understanding, at the same time showing emotional support and kindness or compassion. So, friendship is also marked by enjoyment of each other's company, trust in each other, and positive reciprocity. Reciprocity means what? Practice of mutual exchange of love and affection. Now, let us read the poem and note how the poet cares for or nourishes or cherishes the memories of her friend. The day I met you, the day I met you. Here it is written, the day I met you. It means the past meeting of the poet with her friend, or poet's past meeting with someone. And the past meeting with the friend was special for the poet Elizabeth Pinard. The day I met you, I found a friend. On the past meeting of someone, the poet found her a friend. She knew that she was her true friend, the real friend, on the past day itself. The day I met you, I found a friend and a friendship that I pray will never end. See, after meeting a friend whom she thought was very special, what did she pray for? She prayed for a never-ending friendship with that special one or with that special friend. Her friend was indeed a pillar of support to the poet. So she prayed to the Almighty Lord that her friendship should continue forever. The day I met you, I found a friend and a friendship that I pray will never come to an end. Your smile so sweet. Thereafter, what does the poet say about her true friend? Your smile is so sweet. That means she liked the smile of her friend on the first day itself. See, on the first day, if someone gives you a smile, you may take it positively and negatively. If you take the smile of a person whom you had never met, you will find good yourself. You will not feel bad. But some negative-minded people will take it negatively. Why did that person smile at me? As I don't know that person. That person also does not know me. See, it does not take much time to detect a true friend. We can't give anything to others, can't we? Give a smile to others. Can't we speak politely, pleasantly with others? That at least we can do. And we should do this in our lives as long as we are alive. Your smile so sweet. She liked, Elizabeth Pinard liked the smile given to her by her friend on the first day. She had never met that girl before in her life. But when she went to the boarding school, she was studying. Elizabeth Pinard was studying in a boarding school, and she met her true friend at that boarding school. And on the first day itself, the poet recognized that girl who gave her a smile was very special to her, and she considered her as her true friend. Your smile so sweet and so brighter, that means very beautiful. The smile of that girl was also very beautiful. Kept me going. Here, kept me going. Kept me going means giving the poet encouragement. The smile of that girl whom she considered excuse me, her best friend, her true friend, gave encouragement, giving the poet encouragement. As the smile of that girl was sweet and bright, and that sweet and bright smile of her friend gave the poet encouragement. Your smile so sweet and so bright kept me going. Here, kept me going means gave the poet encouragement when day was as dark as night. It is a simile. When day was as dark as night. Here, when day was as dark as night, it means when the poet was passing through a difficult situation of her life, or when the poet was passing through a difficult period of time, the smile that was very sweet and bright gave the poet encouragement to overcome all the adversities, all the odds of her life. So, in the second stanza of this poem, the poet Elizabeth Pinard says, "Your smile so sweet and bright kept me going when day was as dark as night." Day was, when day was as dark as night. It means when the poet was passing through a difficult situation of her life, only the smile that was very sweet and bright gave encouragement to the poet to overcome all the odds and difficulties of her life. You never ever judged me, never ever judged. That means never formed opinion or taken for granted. You never ever judged me. You understood my sorrow. When I am in sorrow, I no need to go to my true friend and say to him, "Friend, I am in sorrow." Or if my friend is in sorrow, as a true friend, it must not take much time to know the sadness of my friend. Similarly, the true friend of Elizabeth Pinard understands the sorrow of the poet. You never ever judged me. You understood my sorrow. You understood my problem. Then you told me it need not be that way. See, life is not a bed of roses. Life has many ups and downs. When we are in sorrowful mood and spend our time sadly, that sorrow will not go away from us. We have to face the adversity situation of our life boldly. We have to face all the odds of life boldly to overcome them. We should not be grief-stricken when we are passing through a difficult situation of our life. We should face all the difficulties of our life boldly. And that was what the true friend of Elizabeth Pinard encouraged her. She said to her, if you spend your time lazily, your difficult period or situation will not go away from you. So you should not be in grief stricken. Then you told me it need not be that way and gave me hope of a better tomorrow. She gave the poet the hope of a better tomorrow. A true friend always encourages her or his friend. A true friend never discourages his or her friend. And the true friend of the poet Elizabeth Pinard gave the poet the hope of better tomorrow. This bad situation or this difficult situation of our life will never remain with you forever. In Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna also says, this time will go. This time will go. If we are in difficult situation in life and think, oh, this time will go from me, we will not feel bad. And we will not spend our time sadly, and we will not be in grief stricken. Time is the best healer. So let us wait. Let us not be in depression, or let us not be in frustration when we are passing through a bad situation of our life. Because that time will go, that situation, that difficult situation, that bad period of life will go away from us. Because there is a sunrise after a sunset. So we should not be worried in our lives when we are passing through a bad period of our lives. You were always there for me. She was the pillar of support for the friend, for the poet. So the poet says to her friend, you were always there for me. You were always there to support me. You were always there with me. You were always there for me. I knew I could count on you. I knew. Here I refers to the poet. She knew. And what did she know? She knew that she could count on. Count on means trust or believe. She knew that she could believe her friend. I knew I could count on you. Your count on means trust. T-R-U-S-T, trust or believe. It was known to the poet. And what was known to the poet? She knew that she could count on, she could trust her friend. I knew I could count on you. You gave me advice and encouragement. And what did? The true friend of the poet she gave her encouragement. She gave her advice. That was what a true friend can give to his or her friend. You gave me advice and encouragement whenever I did not know what to do. Whenever the poet did not know what to do in her life, or whenever the poet was in distress, or whenever the poet was in a fix, she was given advice and encouragement by her true friend. You gave me advice and encouragement. And when did the friend of the poet give her advice and encouragement? The friend of the poet gave her advice and encouragement when the poet was in a fix, or when the poet was in the problem, or when the poet was passing through a bad situation of her life. You gave me advice and encouragement whenever I did not know what to do. You helped me learn to love myself. At the same time, the true friend of Elizabeth Pinard helped her learn to love myself. Yes, we should also learn to love ourselves. If I don't love myself, I can't love my father, I can't love my mother, I can't love my brother, I can't love my sister, I can't love my neighbors, I can't love anybody. The first thing we should do in our life is that we should love ourselves first. And the moment we start loving ourselves, our life will seem to us very beautiful and we will enjoy ourselves. So let us learn first to love ourselves. Here the poet Elizabeth Pinard says that her friend helped her. And how did she help her? She helped her learn. She helped her learn to love herself. You helped me learn to love myself. You made life seem so good. And it was the friend of Elizabeth Pinard who made her life very good, so good and pleasant. You made life seem or appear so good. You said, I can do anything I put my mind to. At the same time, you said, I can do anything I put my mind to. It means her friend instilled. And what did her friend instill in her? Her friend instilled a sense of self-confidence. Her friend instilled a sense of confidence in the poet's of mind by saying to her, you can do anything provided you put mind to. If you pay your attention to any work, you can do that. Nothing is impossible. Everything is possible for you. That is what a friend should do to his friend or her friend. And the friend of Elizabeth Pinard, how did she grew self-confidence in the poet? She grew self-confidence in the poet by telling her, you can do anything provided you put your mind to. You said, I can do anything I put my mind to. And suddenly I knew I could. Then she felt, Elizabeth Pinard felt that she could do, which she thought she would not be able to do in her life. And what we need in our life? We need the self-confidence. If we have self-confidence, we can do anything and everything in our lives. And we are lacking self-confidence. And the moment we instill or develop confidence in us, we can do anything and everything in our lives. Here in this stanza, what you have learned? She learned, she helped learn to love herself. The friend of Elizabeth Pinard helped Elizabeth learn to love herself. At the same time, the friend of the poet instilled self-confidence in her friend. There were times when we did not see eye to eye. That means due to some problem or due to having misunderstanding, they could not see eye to eye. There were times when we did not see eye to eye. That means eye to eye. That means due to having some misunderstanding, they could not see each other. They could separate themselves for a time being. There were times when we did not see eye to eye, and there were days when both of us cried. And there were days when both the friends, Elizabeth Pinard and her friend, shed tears for sharing their sorrows. But even so, we made it through. Though they did have the misunderstanding between each other, but they did not let it continue forever. They made it through. They made it through. Our friendship has not yet died. Has not yet died. That means stands the test of time. Their friendship stands the test of time. The difficult situations of life or the passing of time had no impact on their friendship, and their friendship stands the test of time. Circumstances have pulled us apart. We are separated by many miles. Circumstances have pulled us apart means circumstances have intervened in their lives. Circumstances or situations have intervened in their lives. As a result, they don't stay together for long time. See, you are in +2. Hardly you will stay together 2 years in +2. But after completion of your +2 science, you may qualify, you may take admission, you may qualify NEET examination and take your admission in a medical college. You may take your admission in MKCG or SCB or Bulla or in other places of Odisha. But you will miss. Say both the friends, your friend may not get admission in MKCG, provided you have taken your admission in MKCG. Your friend may get in another place. So, it is not possible for each and everyone to stay together forever. So, circumstances have made them separated. Circumstances have pulled us apart, and we are separated. Both the friends, Elizabeth Pinard and her true friend, were separated by many miles. Truly, the only thing that encourages me, that keeps me going, is my treasured. Treasured means cherished. Cherished smile, cherished memory of your smile. And what had the poet treasured in the core of her friend? In the core of her friend, she had treasured the smile of her true friend. And that smile of her true friend helps her to go ahead in life, or to progress in life, or to overcome all the difficult times or difficulties of her life. Circumstances have pulled us apart. We are separated by many miles. Truly, the only thing that keeps me moving, or that keeps me going, is my treasured. Treasured means cherished or cares for memory of your smile. This friendship we share. We both, the friends, share our friendship. This friendship we share is so precious to me. And this friendship of ours is so precious, is so valuable, so priceless for the poet. This friendship is precious to me. That is what the poet Elizabeth Pinard says. This friendship we share is so precious to me. I hope it grows. I hope it grows. It grows means her friendship with her true friend grows and flourishes. Here flourishes means prosper or be successful. She hopes that her friendship grows and flourishes and lasts means continues unto infinity. Her friendship continues unto infinity means forever. So what does she hope here? She hopes that her friendship with her true friend grows and flourishes, and at the same time continues unto infinite. Infinity, that means forever. You are so extra special to me. Here you refers to the true friend of Elizabeth Pinard. And Elizabeth Pinard says to her friend that she was extra special. That means extraordinary to her. You are so extra special to me, and so this to you I really must tell. And she really want to tell to her true friend, you are my one true friend. And what does she want to tell her friend? She wants to tell her friend that she was her only true friend. You are my one true friend, my guardian angel. And what does the poet Elizabeth Pinard address to her true friend? She addresses to her friend as guardian angel. And what does guardian angel mean? Guardian angel means one who protects and guides. One who protects and guides. Guardian angel. And who was the guardian angel, or who is the guardian angel for the poet Elizabeth Pinard? Her true friend, or she considers, Elizabeth Pinard considers her true friend her guardian angel. You are my one true friend, my guardian angel. Our friendship is one in a million. One in a million means very rare. This friendship is found rarely. One in a million. One in a million. Our friendship is one in a million. So let us hold on to it and each other. So let us hold on to it and each other. Then she prays, Elizabeth Pinard prays to the Almighty that her friendship should continue forever. So she says to her friend that let us hold unto it. Let us hold let us hold our friendship and each other, and we cannot let this chance of pure bliss fly away. Fly away means disappear or vanish. Fly away. See, glass is brittle. Once it is broken, it cannot be joined together. Similarly, friendship, there should not be any disbelief. There should not be anything wrong between the two friends. So we cannot let this chance of pure bliss, bliss you know, perfect happiness, disappear or vanish. So let us hold unto this friendship. We cannot let this chance of pure bliss vanish, for there will never be another. If it is broken, if this friendship is broken, it cannot be joined together. So there will never be another. Once it is broken, there will never be another. So let us hold unto it forever and can't let this chance of pure bliss vanish from us. I love you. I will always love you. In the concluding lines of this poem, the poet Elizabeth Pinard says to her friend that she loves her friend wholeheartedly. She wants to keep her friendship with her true friend forever unto infinity. She does not want her friend should break, and there must be some disbelief between them. So she says to her true friend, I love you. I will always love you from the core of my heart. Now let me ask you one or two questions. What does the poet pray for? The poet prays for their friendship that should continue forever. The poet prays for keeping their friendship intact. My next question, how did the friend reassure her? The friend reassured her by telling her to get rid of sorrow, and there should be some overconfidence in her mind for the better tomorrow that will bring her joy and happiness in life. In our next period, we will go through another chapter. Thank you.